Good evening, everyone. Tonight we're doing Psalm 119, verses 73 to 80, section Yod. Thy hands have made me and fashioned me. Give me understanding, that I may learn thy commandments. They that fear thee will be glad when they see me, because I have hoped in thy word. I know, O Lord, that thy judgments are right, and that thou in faithfulness hath afflicted me. Let, I pray thee, thy merciful kindness be for my comfort, according to thy word unto thy servant. Let thy tender mercies come unto me, that I may live, for thy law is my delight. Let the proud be ashamed, for they dealt perversely with me, without a cause. But I will meditate in thy precepts. Let those that fear thee turn unto me, and those that have known thy testimonies. Let my heart be sound in thy statutes, that I be not ashamed. The verse that really stood out to me is the verse about the affliction. In the last section, the psalmist talks a lot about affliction, and here he goes back to that theme again. He comes back to the idea that it is God's faithfulness that afflicts him. Obviously, the psalmist has gone through some sort of trial. He's gone through some sort of difficulty as he's writing these verses, and he's thinking back on that, but he knows that God is good, and he knows that even in the times of trial, it's God working things for his good, whether that's a time of actual judgment or whether that's a time where God is just using that to grow him. The psalmist knows that God's in control and that it's in God's faithfulness that he has afflicted him. So David is resting in that, and I really appreciate that, because although, of course, I haven't been afflicted nearly in the ways that David has, I go through trials, we all go through trials, and it's been a privilege to realize, just to continue to come to that understanding that it's all in God's plan. We know that God works all things together for good to those who love him. And so that was just a really encouraging verse for me. I'm praying for all of you. I trust that you're doing well, and that by God's grace, all of you are continuing to make progress through the psalm. Have a great evening.